On the 27th of November last year, the National Act and New Zealand First parties in Aotearoa joined together in a coalition to become our new government. My nana Anne told me that the new government is a coalition of colonisers. And I thought, what does that mean? She explained that on that day, te iwi Māori were pushed further to the sideline, right back to being colonised all over again. A hikoe organised by Te Pāti Māori saw people gather in every part of Aotearoa to march against the coalition's plan to rewrite Te Tiriti o Waitangi, to strip away many of the rights that Te Tiriti gives us. 10,000 people from almost every iwi a tēnei te hui amotu kōpai kingi tu heitia e Turanga Waiwai. And over 80,000 flocked to Waitangi to make ourselves heard. Toi tū te tiriti and toi tū te whakaputanga have become T-shirts, slogans, banners and speech topics all over the country. But as rangatahi, do we really know what we're waving our banners and protesting about? Let's be honest, I didn't, and I wanted to know more. I heard my papa and my uncle talking on their Hakayan show about a protest haka performed a few weeks ago by over 100 students at Freiburg High School in Palmerston North. Their leader spat on the ground in front of ACT leader David Seymour, who was visiting their school. My papa thought it was a bit cringe, but the other presenter thought it was awesome. I even saw the haka over and over and over again on TikTok. Now, if you know my papa, you will know that he doesn't often admit he's wrong. But he had changed his mind about the students' haka. They didn't know what they were doing and why. One of them, interviewed on Radio New Zealand, said, "We knew exactly why we were here." She was talking about the coalition's threat to cut back on free school lunches and to make schools spend 3 hours every day on reading, writing and maths, leaving very little time for kapahaka, music, sports, or subjects like our history. Oh yes, that's another thing that the coalition wants to change, so there's more balance in our history lessons. My nana says that means they want to bring back more Pākehā history. What message do we get from the coalition's English first rule? To remove Māori names off of government departments and to make staff communicate mostly in English. The message that I get is, we don't matter, and other coalition decisions will make us and our family members sicker. My nene Kerry is a member of the National Cancer Society. In 2022, Aotearoa welcomed a world first law that will ban the sales of cigarettes to anyone born after 2008. It was designed to make our generation smoke-free and to save more than 3,000 Māori lives by the end of 2040. The coalition government has thrown out that law so it can continue to make money from the sales of cigarettes. We know Māori will die from these changes, so can we as rangatahi make any difference? The students at Freiburg High School think so. The co-leader of Te Pāti Māori, Whaia Te Pingarewa Peka, said, "We cannot expect this generation to be silent while everything their kaumātua and their parents had fought for is being undone under urgency at the stroke of a pen." I now understand what my nana meant when she called the government a coalition of colonisers. And I agree with her. We all make choices when we take actions against things that are not fair. In my whānau, some of us would be right there with the protesters, and some of us would prefer to work in the background to educate Aotearoa against racism. The point is, all of us would be doing something. Me, I'm the flag-waving, protesting type. This speech is day one of my protest action to the coalition that thinks they could take us backwards and recolonise us all over again. I don't think so. So, what is your action going to be? Kia ora. Kia ora.